It is the end of the year coming up right now. And, lots of people, some people do their giving monthly, but some people do a lot of things at the year end. So if you're considering doing year end giving, there's some creative ways that you can do that. If you're rebalancing your portfolio, which we will be releasing new asset allocation models, maybe you're going to have to sell some positions that you have some gains in. Well, if you're doing that in a taxable account and you have some giving that you already plan to do, you could see if the place where you're going to do your giving accepts gifts of stock. Now, we do here at the ministry, we get those all the time. It's a very easy thing to do. All that the organization has to do is have a brokerage account, and they share their DTC and account number with you, and you send your shares over. So rather than having to sell those shares, you can gift them to a ministry, and then they get to sell them and pay no tax. So that's a great way of doing that if you want to consider that. There's also, if you're 70 and a half years or older right now and you have IRA money, you can do your giving with your IRA. And we suggest that to so many of our clients, and it's a great way to do it because you have to remember that the way that you win in a qualified account, pre-tax qualified account, because remember there's an embedded tax liability there. And the way that you win is to get the money out at the lowest tax rate. And you just can't beat zero. So if you do what's called a qualified charitable distribution, you just let your brokerage company know where you want the money to go and how much, and they will send a check made out to the ministry. So there's some criteria that has to happen there. You can't take the money and then send it. It has to be made out directly to the ministry or any nonprofit organization. So you can do that because if you're 72, sometimes if you were already 70 and a half prior to 2020, then you still have to follow those old RMD rules. So you have required minimum distributions that you have to make from your retirement account. And if you want to do that potentially without increasing your taxable income liability, then you can do the qualified charitable distribution.